What's up, nerds? I'm Wes from Everboard Gaming here at GenCon 50, hanging out with
Chris from Calliope Games.
Awesome. How you doing?
I am so good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
Yes.
What are we looking at here?
This is Ancestree by Eric M. Lang of Games.
I've heard of him.
Yes, he's done a few things.
Yeah.
So Ancestree is his entry in our Titans of Gaming series, where we ask big name designers to design games that are Calliope level for gateway gamers, families, things like that. And Ancestree is something he actually created to play with his wife as a two-player game that's kind of accessible. Mm-hmm. And he loves it, we love it. It plays from 2 to 6 players. And let me show you how it works.
All right.
So this is a tile drafting game. So every round, players are going to get 6 tiles. These are ancestor tiles. They have lots of colorful and fun characters from across the history of the world and whatnot. So there's a bunch of different families. So on your turn, you're going to look at your tiles. You're going to pick one. You're going to pass the rest, just like in drafting games.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play your tile. You're going to put it down. Now you'll notice that they have leaves and they have hearts on them. So as you keep drafting and adding, when you put a new person in, you have to match up the leaves.
Okay.
Or you have to match up the hearts. So you're creating generations and you're creating marriages.
Oh.
All right, so you're building your family tree. The idea is, I'm trying to prove to you that I have a better family than you do, and we're in the historical archives digging through old documents, unraveling and uncovering our family tree. Mm-hmm. So as we do this, we create all this stuff, and eventually you'll have 5 different tiles out. The 6th person gets thrown away. So here's a dude, here's this happy, laughing dude right here. So after you've got 5 tiles, now let's say your family tree looked like, let's say it looked like this, and then you have this one here, and it goes right here. All right? So what we do at the end of a round is we compare. We look at our neighbors to our left and right. In a 2-player game, obviously, it's just looking at the other player. And we're going to follow this thing. We'll each have one of these boards, and we're going to say yellow. In round 1, who's got the most yellow? Well, you have 1 yellow, I have none, so you would get a token for that. In a 2-player game, technically you get 2 tokens, but usually you'll get 1 for each neighbor that you beat.
Okay.
So you get a token for that. Then we look at blue. You have a blue, and I don't, so you would get tokens for that as well. So you do just like that, and then so on and so forth. Gray, you'd look and see you would get those for those. I have 2 generations of red. It's not about being horizontal, it's about being vertical. So I have 2. These are not touching, so those aren't connected. It's about a connected chain of vertical generations. So I've got 2. If you had this one over here, and it was just sitting out here, you would have 1 to my 2, and I would win the chips here. So once we do that, we count up our coins. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one didn't have any. I would have 4 coins. I would add them to my bank from the supply. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would add those to your board from the supply. So that's how that round ends. Second round, same thing. We grab 6 tiles. We keep adding to the same family tree that we're creating. I've got 1, you got 1, everyone's got 1. You build onto it. Then at the end of the round, do the same thing. You check your generations and you get the chips. But now they are 2s instead of 1.
Yep.
And then you add your coins, and it's cumulative. So you add the ones you had in the first round plus any that you added. You get all of those again. Then in the third round, same thing, except now these things are worth 3. And again, you get your coins and you get the generations. But at the very end, you also get points for marriages. So if I had her here, I would have 1 marriage, and it would be worth 1 point. But it goes up pretty quickly with marriages.
Yeah.
So it's an easy drafting game. It's a great entry point to this type of game. But the strategy comes in that there's 3 different ways to keep score: generations, money, and then at the end, the marriages, which can go up pretty significantly. So it's standard drafting, but it's great for someone who's never done this before. And for gamers who have drafted before, this is a great, you're balancing the scoring, and it's a lot of fun that way. So this is Eric's game. It's a blast. We've been playing it at GenCon here, and people are absolutely loving it. So we're looking forward to the release at the end of this year.
Fantastic. Well, guys, go ahead and put any questions in the comment box down below. We'll also have a purchase link in the description box for the end of 2017, you said?
End of 2017.
2017. Awesome. While you're down there, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never be bored.
Hello, and welcome up. Great Scott!